Grief, one day at a time, 365 meditations to help you heal after loss by Alan D. Wolfett, PhD. Fair use. May 27th. Until one loves an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened by Anatole France. Those of us who are pet lovers know how much our companion animals help us when we are grieving. They are such a comforting part of our lives. Their physical presence and unconditional love help us survive and heal. I myself have been a dog owner for decades. Whenever I am feeling low, I know I can leash up my canine companions and we can go for a walk or head to the dog park, where I am sure to encounter not only fresh air, sunshine, and joyful doggy antics, but also the company of other humans. My editor is a cat lover, and she swears that the purr of her lap cat lowers her stress and is the very soundtrack of peace. If you don't have a pet, maybe now's the time to consider adopting one. You'll never find a more loyal and sensitive grief companion. The meditation reads, I can cry and be myself with my pets. Every moment I'm with them is time well spent. May 28th. I wanted a perfect ending. Now I've learned the hard way that some poems don't rhyme and some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it without knowing what's going to happen next. Delicious Ambiguity by Gilda Radner. It's natural to want a perfect ending, but instead life throws curveballs. Some of the curveballs we like, some we don't. Life is about the unexpected. It's about grieving, then accommodating change. You might recall that Saturday Night Live comedian Gilda Radner died of ovarian cancer at the age of 42. In her dying, she came to appreciate the deliciousness of ambiguity, of not knowing what might happen tomorrow, of living in a constant state of flux and uncertainty. We don't like living in flux and uncertainty. We're built to prefer the safety of certainty, probably because we as species evolved from a time long ago when daily uncertainty often meant life or death. The most primal parts of our brains are built for fight or flight. But now that our day-to-day lives are generally safe, we can use our higher order thinking to calm our lizard brains and to cultivate an appreciation for flux and change, for delicious ambiguity. The meditation reads, I am learning to grieve change while also cultivating an appreciation for delicious ambiguity. May 29th. I do believe in an everyday sort of magic, the inexplicable connectedness we sometimes experience with places, people, works of art, and the like, the eerie appropriateness of moments of synchronicity, the whispered voice, the hidden presence, when we think we're alone, by Charles D. Lint. If we allow it to, our grief sharpens our awareness. It turns our attention to lots of little signs and synchronicities we may have overlooked before. I think this happens in part because in grief we're newly on high alert. We're searching for the people who died. Our minds are trying to figure out where they've gone. And who knows, maybe our enhanced perception is the very thing that allows us to sense their hidden presence. It's like our grief comes equipped with a highly sensitive detection system just when we need it most. The meditation reads, I can embrace the magic of synchronicities and hidden presences, especially if I find comfort in them. May 30th. Friends are the bacon bits in the salad bowl of life. Author unknown. If you're a vegetarian, maybe substitute heirloom tomatoes or candied pecans for bacon bits. The point is, life is a crazy mixed up mishmash of ingredients all tossed together. And the people we love are the extremely special, very best parts. Our compassionate, good listener, friends, and family members are the bacon bits in the salad bowl of grief. They are the bits of kindness and happiness in our days of despair. The catch is, we have to let our friends into our salad bowls. If we don't, we're bacon bitless. And what a shame would that be? The meditation reads, I need some bacon bits today. I'll make sure I get some. May 31st. The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis. Our worst days of grief can make it seem like a terrible deal. We love so much and experience such happiness and fulfillment in our love, only to be dashed on the very shores of our love. Sometimes love, the purpose and essence of life, feels like a cruel bargain. All we can do is keep loving because the ultimate paradox is this: love leads to grief, but only love can quell grief. In continuing to love the person who died, we soften our grief. And reaching out to others for connection and love, we soften our grief. We rebuild our shores with love. Love is the question, and love is the answer. The meditation reads, I will love and allow myself to be loved. Yes, love is the source of my pain, but it is also the transcendence for my pain. June 1st. Grief is like manure. If you spread it out, it fertilizes. If you leave it in a big pile, it smells like crap. Tom Golden. By all means, then, let's spread out our grief. We do that in two ways. One essential way is by actively mourning. If our grief is a big lump inside us, we spread it out by expressing it daily outside of ourselves. We seek out ways to declare our thoughts and feelings and take advantage of such opportunities when they arise by happenstance. We let it out piece by piece. The other way we spread out our grief is by dosing ourselves with it. We can't take on all of our grief at once. It's too big, too painful, and too powerful. So we spread it out, encountering it at a bit at a time, and allowing ourselves to retreat from it the rest of the time. We're not denying, we're surviving. This too is normal and necessary. The meditation reads, I will spread out my grief through mourning and dosing. In these ways, my grief will ultimately make my life richer and more lush. June 2nd. It is now in this world that we must live. Andrew Guide. Some days we hate this truth. After all, this is the world in which people die. This is the world lacking the person we love. We hate this world sometimes. But Andre Gide won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1947, so I suppose he knows what he's talking about. Notice his use of the word must. He's saying that we don't have a choice. We have to live now in this world. Yet I noticed there's another way of reading his admonition. He could also be encouraging us to truly live, not just survive. We must live. Life is a miraculous opportunity. Yes, I think I will choose to agree with him on this score today. The meditation reads, I am in this world this day, and so I will live it. Grief One Day at a Time, read by me, and I am Day. DAA are my initials. This is DHB Recovery Network. DHB stands for Devotion, Health, and Beauty. Please share, like, subscribe, and remember that you are not alone.